Hey guys, what's up? Newton Lilavois here. Welcome to the live feed. This is my Kickstarter countdown. So let me introduce myself real quick if you're not familiar with who I am. My name is Newton Lilavois. I'm the writer and creator of Kisha Demon Eater, the comic book series, or the soon to be comic book series. Right now, we're running a Kickstarter. And this live feed right now is a live feed for the countdown. So I'm excited. Currently, we just passed $17,000. Let me take a quick look. Shout out to my people in IG Live, Facebook Live, or anybody listening or watching on Twitter and Facebook Live. Thank you guys for joining. Yeah, like I said, currently we just passed the 17K mark. So thank you guys. 30 minutes left to go. We actually passed 17,000. We're actually $17,030. Thank you guys. I appreciate you guys for supporting me, backing me, helping me spread the word. Shout out to everybody who's joined right now. Let me take a quick look to see if anybody in the comments have said anything. Let's see what we have here. Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. So, yeah, 25 more minutes. Excited. I'm going to share my screen here for those of you who can see me. Let me know if you guys have any questions, comments about the Kickstarter or about Kisha Demon Eater. For whatever reason, I can't share my screen, but I'll let you guys know what the numbers are. So right now we're at 564 backers. Like I said, we just passed the $17,000 mark. We're at $17,080. So, man, I'm excited about this. So let's see. Okay, Frankie Octane says, "Can you give a quick synopsis of the comic story and style?" Yeah, sure. So, Kisha Demon Eater takes place, follows a 16-year-old Kisha. She's from New Orleans, high school student, regular life. And all of a sudden, she accidentally releases a demon. Now, this demon is so powerful that it attracts the attention of a demon hunter. And so, not only is she possessed by this demon, but she's being chased by this demon hunter. And so, her family decides, like, okay, we're going to send you off to Kansas to an aunt. Now, this aunt is an estranged aunt and she's like the black sheep of the family, but they have no choice. So they send her to Kansas because this aunt has the ability to exorcise demons. So when Kisha gets to her aunt and the Kansas town, it turns out that the Kansas town is a lot more dangerous than she expects. So she has to reevaluate her relationship with the demon, and she actually needs her demon to survive what the dangers of that town. So Frankie Octane, that's a brief synopsis of the story. The artwork is amazing. Check out our profile. I have some samples of it. I even have some videos of the artist Giancarlo Bernal. He's drawing a lot of there are a few videos where he's drawn a lot of the pages, and you get to see a piece of his artwork, and you'll see some of the postings, the art style. The comic book itself is in this beautiful grayscale black and white, and it has a splash of color, which is cool because this is something that Gian and I have been wanting to do for a while on a black and white book. It's some amazing artwork with that, so definitely check that out. And if you have any other questions about the comic book, let me know. Hey, what's up? X Communications, XO Communications. Thank you for joining. Thank you everybody for joining. And like I said, this is the countdown for the Kickstarter. This is pretty exciting. Just 5 minutes before I got on, we passed the $17,000 mark. Thank you guys. That's awesome. I didn't think we were going to get to that point because it's just like the grinds of Kickstarter is like kind of goes up and down every day, and you never really know what to expect. I knew my fans was going to come out. We had a goal of $8,000, and within I think 7 days we reached $8,000, and it looks like within the next 10 days, because this campaign was only 17 days. Because I like short Kickstarter campaigns. I really don't like to run long ones. So it was only 17 days, and so within the first 7 days, we reached our goal of $8,000. Thank you guys. And then that means within the next 10 days, we raised another, looks like another $10,000. So thank you guys. Yeah. So Frankie Octane says, sounds dope. When I hear a demon, I think Japanese comics. I forget what their comics are called. Okay, yeah, there's probably a subgenre of manga that covers demons in Japanese comics. So that's dope. Let me check other comments that we have here from Facebook or YouTube, see what's going on. Yeah, so EXO Communications says congratulations. Thank you, thank you. You know, it's really it's amazing when you run Kickstarters. It's a reminder that your fan base is always there to help uh, push you through any like of the projects that you have, and I'm just really so happy to see that my fans and old and new just gravitated to the story of Kisha Demon Eater because it's a new story. I already have a fan base for Crescent City Monsters, right here, Crescent City Monsters. So, and this is something new. So you never know how new stories are going to um, go over with your current fans. But it looks like everyone's pretty excited about Kisha Demon Eater, which is great news. I'm glad to hear that, and that's one of the reasons too why I originally started to we put a pause on Crescent City Monsters to work on Kisha Demon Eater because when we the few posts that we initially had really caught a lot of excitement, and it was amazing to see how people were excited about it, and they really didn't know a lot about the story or the character. They just saw Kisha, and they were immediately drawn to the character, and once I explained the story, there was even more of an interest. So that part was also amazing. Um, that was super dope. So one of the things too, and if you didn't catch this recently, well, I should say in February, what we had is a partnership with Mythical Games, and Mythical Games actually featured Keisha Demon Eater as a character within their game. So you could purchase Keisha Demon Eater, and you could play her as a character in this Blanco's Block Party game, which was really dope. So they raised some funds for that, and they used a lot of their they used 100% of their funds, all $40,000 of it, to donate to STEM NOLA. And STEM NOLA was founded by New Orleans native Dr. Calvin Mackey. Now, you might recognize the last name Mackey. That's because he's the the brother to the Falcon, the Avenger Falcon. Um, he's related to, actually, yeah, he's the brother to oh wow, I can't believe I forgot his name, but the other Mackey. And so they donated to his organization $40,000. They donated their proceeds of the Keisha Demon Eater drop to STEM NOLA, so which is pretty cool. I'm glad that we were part of that. Really exciting stuff, and I like the Avenger connections too. So let's see what we have here. I hope this is insulting. I haven't heard of you. Are you strictly independent? Yeah, no, it's not insulting. I know there's a ton of people out there who haven't heard of me. So quick introduction. My name is Newton Lilavois. I'm a comic book creator. I'm mostly known for Crescent City Monsters, but I'm working on this new project called Kisha Demon Eater. I My artist Giancarlo and Bernal and we've won a few awards for Crescent City Monsters. We've won 4 Glyph Awards for in 2020 for Crescent City Monsters. He won for Best Artist. I won for Best Artist, and Giancarlo Bernal, the artist, he was nominated for a Ringo Comic Award for Best Cover Artist, and the comic book Crescent City Monsters was nominated for a Ringo Award last year for Best Comic Presentation. So yeah, I'm strictly independent. So far I'm trying to stay independent. I love being an independent comic book creator. You get to do whatever you want. It's tougher because you're not one of the big guys, but there's a big support base from people who actually like independent comic books and support comic book creators. So that helps out a lot, and that community is just awesome. They've they've really shown me a lot of love, shown Gian, my artist, Gian Carlo Bernal, a lot of love. So we appreciate that. So let's see, we got about 14 more minutes left in the Kickstarter. So yeah, this is pretty dope. So Frankie Octane says you have tons of creative freedom. Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest thing for me too, because uh, when you partner with anybody like another publisher, they'll have some kind of say in just about anything, right? Like a lot of publishers are hands off, right? But you can't be guaranteed complete control, right? I'm just the type person, like if I'm gonna do this, and it's not my full-time job, it's something that I love and I do as a side business. I just want to do everything my way, like absolutely everything. Like, so that's one of the reasons why I like being independent, the creative part, and just be able just to just control everything, business decisions and whatnot. So until I get a really good, somebody gives me a really good reason why I should, give that up, that's going to continue for a while. So let me take another look at where we are. Let's see. Currently, oh wow, okay. So currently we're at $17,115 with 566 backers. Wow, that is amazing. I didn't really think we were gonna break 500 backers because you do quick calculations in your head while you're running this Kickstarter, and I think on by Monday I did a calculation. I was like, okay, at this rate we'll probably hit 15,000 if I'm lucky, but we've already broken 17,000. We've got 12 minutes to go, so this is cool. I love these countdowns. I appreciate you guys for joining. This has been a really cool project. Right now, Gian is still working on the book. Um, the expected delivery date, I believe we have on the Kickstarter is for October. So you guys will get your books in October. One of the things that came out of this Kickstarter is the digital reward tier is pretty stacked. So not only do you get the Kisha Demon Eater, the 72-page plus bonus content PDF, but you also get the PDF for Crescent City Monsters, Volume 1, which is about 100 and I think 12 pages. And then you'll also get a PDF of Crescent City Monsters Presents #1, and that's like an inside look of all the projects that I'm working on. Some really cool stuff. I love Crescent City Monsters Presents #1. I wish I had time to do a #2 for this Kickstarter, but it just didn't work out that way. I actually launched this Kickstarter way earlier than I had expected. I was gonna launch in August, but I was looking at the timing of things and I realized like this was the best time, so I did that. Let's see, we have another question from Frankie Octane. So when you do a comic, do you get 3 or 4 issues done before you go to print to give yourself cushion, or sometimes issues don't come out on a regular schedule? Yeah, so that's a good question, Frankie. Yeah, with myself and usually with other independents, what happens is that I just print issue by issue. Well, that's what I did for Crescent City Monsters because that was my first comic book series, and I wanted to do a graphic novel, so I wanted to do whatever number of pages, whether that was like 72 or 100 something pages. I was gonna do that many pages, but I realized that it was gonna take a long time for that to happen. Like if I did that, it would have taken like maybe 2 years or even more to actually create the graphic novel. And I was really impatient at that time, and I really wanted to start creating comic books. So I decided to um, just do the floppy. I'm glad I did, because doing the graphic comic in one shot is something that's not only time consuming, but it's also kind of risky, right? Because you don't really get that feedback like as if you're going from issue to issue. So what I did initially is Crescent City Monsters was a web comic book. People can actually go online and check it out. First issue, the first two issues, and that helped me build a following. And then once I had that following, I said, okay, I'm gonna do a Kickstarter, and I did a Kickstarter for the first issue. And because there was already people who were familiar with the webcomic, my first Kickstarter was really successful. I think my first Kickstarter did about $6,000, which was awesome for a first time Kickstarter. I was like, wow, okay. So yeah, after that, I was pretty much hooked. The Kickstarters help with covering artist costs and printing. So it's not like Kickstarters necessarily. Most of the times, you end up like like all that money's like, oh wow, I got all this ton of money. It's like there's expenses that it helps you cover. So you're not really gonna be like, it helps you definitely with the expense of creating comic books, but it's not like you're gonna be rolling in the money, you know, after the Kickstarter. Because like I said, there's a lot of behind the scene expenses that goes into it too. But at least the printing and the artist costs are covered, and or at least a portion of it, and you're not um stuck trying to pay that out of pocket, which really helps creators. That's one of the great things about Kickstarters. And I think some people kind of like, they have the thought like of, oh well, Kickstarters is just for helping you start off, and you shouldn't rely on it to print all your comic books. But it's that's not really what Kickstarter is for, like just starting you off, because it takes a long time for an indie comic creator just to launch, just to be able to, be stable enough just to um, carry it on their own without, additional backing or funding. So Kickstarter helps out with that, and just to limit it to say, oh, it's just um, for people who are starting. It's it's not really the best way to think about it. Thank you guys for joining. I see we have Hancock Seaton, Antonio Caltro, All Creations. What's up, All Creations? All Creations says, I love that series. Cool. The Comic Groove joined. Ricky 50. So yeah, guys, this is the countdown to the end of the Kisha Demon Eater Kickstarter. I'm gonna pin the URL that you can check out the Kickstarter if you haven't. It's a cool URL. This is actually a link. If you let's see. Yeah, if you type in Kisha.rocks, it takes you to the Kickstarter directly. So I think that's pretty cool. So check it out. Hey, what's up? Light a match. I appreciate you guys for joining. Right now we've got 8 minutes before the Kickstarter ends, and currently we're at, let's see, what do we have? We're at $17,135. Look at that, man. You guys are great. Like I said, I didn't really think we were gonna reach $17,000. I didn't think we were gonna pass 566 backers, but that is awesome. That's a pretty impressive number. 566 people just came and saw this project and thought that it was a really great project. And if you've joined, we're talking about my latest Kickstarter, Kisha Demon Eater. Follows Kisha, New Orleans. She's 16 years old. She accidentally releases a demon, and that demon possesses her and attracts the attention of a demon hunter. And that demon hunter is after her, and her family, was worried about her. So they send her off to Kansas. So she goes from New Orleans to a small town in Kansas. Turns out that her aunt, who has um, the ability to exorcise demons, is not who the family or Kisha thinks she is, and the town itself is dangerous. So Kisha needs her demon to actually help survive the horrors of the town. So check out the Kickstarter right now. We have about 5 minutes left. It ends at 11:30 p.m. Eastern right here I'm here based in the Boogie Downs Bronx in New York City. We've got 5 minutes left in the Kickstarter, and so I'm really excited. I can't believe we've had another successful Kickstarter. I've done about maybe this is my sixth Kickstarter, and every time it feels different. Feels kind of like, it's just as every Kickstarter has its own feel, and this definitely does because my last Kickstarters mostly involved Crescent City Monsters, and then there was another one I did with TJ Sterling where we did a co-collab on Villainous, and this one here is a new series that I'm doing with Giancarlo Bernal. So it's a little nervous to start a new series to see what people are going to think about it, but I think you guys are going to love it. Let's see. Frankie Octane says, "Yo, I just saw the artwork on Kisha. The art is dope." Yeah, thank you. So yeah, the artist is, like I mentioned, is Giancarlo Bernal. He's award winning. He is like one of the dopest indie comic book. Actually, no, he's just one of the dopest comic book artists out there, bar none. I mean, and that includes any artist from Marvel and DC, Image, whatever. He's top notch. And sorry, Facebook people, I accidentally closed the browser. But I'm back again. Yeah, so yeah, 3 minutes left. 3 minutes left and the Kickstarter is over. And right now we're at 17,170. Thank you guys. Oh man, let's see. Frankie Octane asks, who are my writing influences? Man, that's a good question. In terms of comic books, I would say there are like a lot of good writers. I would say like my first one that kind of like made me really rethink about comic books was Frank Miller's Batman Dark Knight. That really like influenced me a lot. And then there's some other the writers who influenced me, but I guess the most recent you could say is Robert Kirkman. I There was a time when I was like kind of going in and out between, collecting comic books and whatnot. And then I discovered the Walking Dead comic book, Walking Dead comic book, even before the TV series had started. And I was just like blown away. I was like, yo, this is dope. And so that's I guess he's one of my most recent writers who kind of influenced me because I really like the stories and the way he writes. I like his pacing and the way he really digs into characters. Really, really awesome. So I would have to say that. Oh, here's the countdown. So Kickstarter is already doing the countdown, 55, 54, 53 seconds. So we have less than a minute before the Kickstarter ends. Currently we're at 17,170. And let's see if there's any last minute stragglers who comes in and passes 17. But that's a pretty cool number. That's 17,170, right? So I like little patterns and numbers like that. So I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so 30 seconds left. Oh man, I can't believe it. 17 days on the Kickstarter project, and it's coming down to a few seconds. 20 seconds left. I can't believe this. So here we go. We're about to start the 10 countdown. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Boom! Kickstarter has ended. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate it so much, man. I appreciate it so much. Thank you guys for joining the countdown. The Kickstarter has ended. I want to thank everyone who backed this Kickstarter, and I want to thank everybody who shared the Kickstarter. I want to thank everybody who's joined this live feed. Yeah, so it's just amazing. Let me refresh the screen again. I wanted to see if I missed what the final numbers are. Oh wow, okay. So there was like one last minute backer who came in. So it was 17,170 before in the last few seconds, but it looks like there might have been one or two more backers who came. So the final tally is $17,195 with 569 backers. Thank you guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys so much. Let me see something. Yeah, Frankie Octane says, I hope the money gives you a cushion you need to create more issues. Can't wait to get your comic. Yeah, thank you, Frankie. Thank you. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, so this will definitely help us with finishing the book. the last few pages. I believe Gene's is 72 pages, and I believe Gene Carlo Burnell, the artist. He's at page, I think he's on page 43. So we have about 30 more pages, so hopefully, he's gonna he's running on schedule. He should be running on schedule. We can get the books to you sooner than October. I'd really like it to be delivered before October. But we put that October timeline because things are taking a little bit longer than usual, like printing and shipping and whatnot. So in fact, Gene Carlo Burnell has just joined. Gene B. Burnell. I I wonder if this is the same Gene because I've seen other Gene Burnell. So I wonder if this is Gene. If it is, what's up, Gene? So we hit goal. Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for joining, man. Yeah, I'm excited. Yeah, like I said, the Kisha Demon Eater looks like we were successful. Final tally is $17,195 at 569 backers. Man, it's been amazing, man. It's been absolutely amazing. Um, yeah, I know you guys are gonna love the book, Kisha Demon Eater. I'm excited. I can't wait to get in your hands. Oh, Jen says, hey, yeah. So I guess it is Jen. What's up, Jen? Yeah. So yeah, thank you guys for joining. If you guys don't have any more questions, I'm about to let's see. October sounds like perfect time for your story. Yeah, yeah, it does, right? It falls in line with Halloween. So yeah, perfect timing. Yeah, perfect timing. So, you know, let's see. I just want to check one more thing. Yeah, so yeah, amazing. Yeah, so it's not even just the final funding number that dollar amount that really blows me away. It's the number of backers too. 569 backers is a really amazing number because right now, the economy is not doing too great, and so when people decide to put their money or invest some of their money into your Kickstarter project, you know that they're actually really invested in the story and really interested in it. So that's really great. Let's see. Oh, Gene color. Oh, so Frankie's telling Gene that his art is dope. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, Gene is amazing. Like I said, his artwork is bananas. If you've ever seen the videos that we put up of Gene drawing some of the pages, you'd be amazed because in the videos he shows you how he goes through some of the process, and you get to see the amount of details that he actually puts into his artwork. um and it's like the extra strokes and details that he puts into a lot of the panels is amazing. The angles that he uses is very cinematic. Just absolutely amazing, man. Yeah, so yeah. So yeah, uh, the Kickstarter is successful. I want to thank you guys. Thank you for joining me here in this live feed. I appreciate you guys. I appreciate the support. This Kickstarter has been amazing. It's been fun. So many things has happened along the way. A lot of coverage and comic book resources and other comic book websites like Comic Beat. I think they call themselves the Beat now. So this campaign's been getting a lot of coverage. We were selected as Kickstarter's project we love, so that helped out a lot, and the fans and people just really being attracted to the story and the character. It was just absolutely amazing. I had a fun doing this Kickstarter. Usually Kickstarters are a lot of work, and this was still a lot of work, but I think this was the most fun I've had in Kickstarters. Yeah, it was great. Thank you guys for your support. I appreciate you guys. We'll be keeping you updated as to how the progress of the book is going, where we're at, and any other news related to Kisha Demon Eater. And thank you guys for joining. Let's see what we have here before I go. See if there are any comments. Oh, and it's gonna be cool to see some dope interior art. Marvel normally only has dope cover art only. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that. The cover art is just as good as the interior art because it's the same artist, Giancarlo Bernal. So you'll definitely have quality cover art and interior art for sure, no doubt. Yeah, so let's see. Any other questions on the other fields? No, doesn't look like it. All right, guys. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. Catch you guys on the flip side. Peace.